All right, cheers. So stick around, everyone. We're almost there, and then we'll get on with the action. And it was music in the Honda on pole, barely from Jono in the Lambo, and then we had gotcha. And so what was it? Music and Blanchy just back.
That's correct, yes. So they are taking off now from the line. You should be able to jump back into the room now, so I will jump back out.
Okay, cheers. So apologies, folks, for all the messing around. The game that never stops giving. But once it's up and running, it surely is something pretty damn good. So welcome to Imola. We're in San Marino. So they will, this is not race start proper, they will go around and do a full formation lap as per rules regulations.
There was a slight tweak to the single file lap.
Green light, go, go, go.
The pace out of the last corner has been dropped to
Okay. Okay. Yep. Right. Well, there we go. Riggsy's leading the field. And we've got 12 on the grid. So let's just go through the field if you're just joining us. And BV's in the Porsche, the number 59. We get a lot of close-ups of the helmets and the handiwork of these boys with the wheel around here. So he's got the shiny McLaren 07. And then we've got AB in his fantastic Godzilla livery. And then we've got 3 Ferraris. So Stanny first of all, and he's just do a bit of grass cutting in the Rinaldi Racing 888 Ferrari. And we got Metal ahead of him. So Metal starting P8 and Wilson in the 227 starting from P7. So Ferraris are represented, always good to see. And then we've got Ryan P6 in the Porsche. And like you say, JJ, he's found some pace and doing really good of learning the process and nailing down some pace. And just going on through the field, Dino P5 in the 003. Gorgeous looking Merc, black and gold. Blanchy P4 in the Audi, so he's definitely one to watch. And they're coming up to the line. Music P3 in the Honda, Jono in the Lambo, and of course Riggsy in the Merc on the pole. Awesome effort from him, and we are getting very close to going. It's all looking very clean through the field. And they're off. So Jono's right on Riggsy. Blanchy is making a move on music already. Into the Tamburello for the first time. Oh, side by side, contact. Blanchy goes around. So let's jump on board with Metal. He's made it through. So side by side contact. Hopefully they don't have too much damage. And they'll just get on with it. Oh, and someone's run wide on the entry to Piratella. So it's a bit bunched up and the front two have gotten away. So Riggsy and Jono have got a nice lead over everyone. And everyone else is just trying to find a bit of space. Yep, we're looking at him now. Oh, he's on it. You're right. All over it. Oh, and they've got a huge lead. Music in P3, Ryan P4, Wilson, Metal and Stanny in the Ferraris, 5, 6 and 7th. Then Jono is looking eager. So, wow. Oh, this is not what Riggsy wanted. Alright, so we're just going to stick it with these boys, but Stanny's very close to Metal. Oh, and BV's had a bit of a moment on the exit of Villeneuve, and it looks like AB's going to get past him into Tosa, and he has. And I think Verdot, yeah. Oh, plenty of time. So Dino's got tangled up. He's got a bit of damage on the front of that Merc, but he's got a bit of pace in behind Stanny. Metal just ahead of him, and then there's a bit of a break to Wilson up the road, and he's about 2 seconds back of Ryan in the Porsche. And let's have a look at Jono once more as they cross the line, lap 2. And this could actually play into Blanchy's hands. Clean track, nice new car, just start slamming in those consistent times, and because it looks like Music's made up a little bit of time that lap. Oh, you gotta wonder what sort of fuel loads they've got on board. Jono's really got some speed early on. Oh, Riggsy's off. Oh, nice save. Let's hope he's kept it off the wall, but Jono into the lead on the exit of Piratella on lap 3. Yeah, big oversteer moment. He's probably slammed on the brakes and kept it off the wall, which is a nice bit of driving. So Jono leads. There you go. And he'll be looking to just start slamming in those very consistent laps. But he'll be hard to beat from there. Yeah. Yep. So that's it. Riggsy back to P4. One of those Mercedes moments of the losing tyre pressure from using the curbs too much. Or is that too early in the race? So we're actually looking at Stanny, Dino and Vert 7th, 8th and 9th at the moment. Dino's run wide into the Aqua Minerale, and that gives Stanny a bit of breathing space. Yeah, so Dino's got quite a bit of damage on the front of that Merc. And we'll see how those boys get on. So Wilson just back of Riggsy now. So here we go. Here's one for the chat page. Don't flash him, Wilson. Just don't. Nah, not ever. Where's Burrow when you need him? So into the Tamburello chicane, and it's still early days. We're not even 10 minutes in. It's the same story with these boys. It's always an exciting start. And there's Metal in the background. So if Metal's kept it out of trouble and he's got a nice clean car, he will be looking good. He is, yep. And Ryan in P3 in the Porsche. Good stuff. And he's closing in as well. So this is looking good. It is a super hard track to be consistent on. Some of those curves can be absolutely brutal. Music to within a second of Jono. So let's leave Wilson and Riggsy to play nice, and we'll just go and check in with music. He's got that Honda rocking and the Lambo in his sights. So this is good stuff. Yeah, that was probably a slower lap though. If music's made up a bit of ground, he's probably had a moment somewhere and lost. You can very easily lose half a second around here. Yep. Yep. Exit out of Toast is pretty important. So Wilson's definitely keeping Riggsy honest. Dino's 1 point out back of Stanny. Alright, so let's leave the front two at it and we'll go and check in with Wilson. And yep, you're right. 3 of them nice and close on track. Nice. Wilson on Riggsy into Tamburello. Yep, Riggsy's struggling. Oh, Riggsy wide on the exit of toe, so this is going to give Wilson a chance. Not close enough. Yep. Oh, Riggsy's having a real tough time trying to hit apexes at the moment. Wilson's just got to be very careful. So we do have multiple feeds going. JJ, you still streaming? And you said Vert's got his driver cam. Yep, okay. So if you're looking for a slightly different angle, guys, there's definitely other feeds out there. We understand some of the camera angles around here are less than average. Oh, that is quick. And you're right, Blanchy's getting into a rhythm, so it's not going to be too long before he starts catching guys. So Riggsy starts closing in on Ryan once more. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Music within half a second. Yeah, exactly. Let's have a look into Ravazza. And then we get this nice close inspection of Music's helmet and the fuel cap. And they cross the line once more. So it's a bit unusual to see a Honda and a Lambo up the front in a Ruse race. It's good stuff. Yeah. Let's hope it's nice and smooth for Blanchy to get past some of those slower boys. Well, Music's very comfortable sitting in behind Jono in the Honda. Like, it just looks on rails. Yeah, he had to pull it up a little bit longer into the top chicane that time, but he's still only 6 or 7 tenths back. Alright, let's check in with the guys fighting for P3. So, Ryan. Oh, where's Riggsy gone? Right, so Riggsy's... Yep. Wilson up to P4. Riggsy P5. So that's freed up Wilson to go Porsche hunting. Yep. He does. So we've missed a bit of action on that lap, folks. Let's go and do Dino in the pits. Riggsy's straight back on it. So Riggsy looks clean. Can't see any damage. With the black and blue with the touches of lime. But as you say, he could be running very light, very heavy on the fuel, and he could be going around for another 45 minutes before he needs to pit. Sure is. Dino and Vert in the pits. Oh, is that... I think music's run a bit wide into Ravazza. It's very difficult to tell. I was kind of calling it from the audio then. Sounded like someone was doing a bit of gravel raking. Oh, and he's off again on the exit of Villeneuve. So Wilson all over Ryan for P3, and Riggsy is dropping back. The car looks good, but Riggsy's got a couple of mental issues right now. Oh, Wilson's getting very close to Ryan. So he just needs to chill. There's a long way to go in this race. Music 1 point. Oh, and he's off. So he's pushed too deep into the mineral water. And Riggsy's going to be right back on him. So these boys are putting on a good show. Yeah. Yep. It's interesting. That's it. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Make them do the work. I'm surprised they haven't pitted. So Blanchy's really the only one who's made that strategic call of pitting early. Alright, let's go and have a look at Blanchy and just see what it looks like. So he's got his lights on. Certainly the drivers sit very, very low in the Audi. And he's cleared a couple of boys, but this is where it starts to become a challenge. So Blanchy's got pace, but he's going to want to get past these boys as quickly as he can. Oh, close at the front. You want to keep an eye on Jono and music? Alright, let us know. We're watching Blanchy, who's now right on the back of AB in the Godzilla. And it is difficult because there is, as you say, some difference in the lap times, and AB might be wise just to let him go here, and he does. So AB playing nicely. He's in it for the long haul. Blanchy up to P9. Let's go and see what okay. Music closes straight back up to Jono. So overall, it looks like the Honda, he's certainly got some good consistency. I know he's dropped back a couple of times, but that's quite easy to do when you're close behind someone. But he closes up straight away as they come down to Ravazza once more. So Blanchy just on the back of Riggsy after the pit stop. What do you see? He is too. And they're coming up to the back of BV. So just when Riggsy was hoping for a bit of clean track, he's got Blanchy in the Audi right behind him. And BV's worked his way up to P7. Yep, sporting a bit of damage on the front of the Porsche. But he's got nice lines through there. Heaps of steering lock on that Porsche. Oh, Riggsy. And Blanchy's got a run on Riggsy. Certainly making mistakes and through to the second Ravazza is not going to help. So, well, oh, this is super close action. So it looks like Riggsy's got through. And Blanchy just needs to chill. And then he'll clear BV as well. Yep. And there it is. So BV just running a bit wide on the exit of Villeneuve. And Riggsy and Blanchy can continue their march back towards the front. And BV's got the right idea. He's just going to stick with them. Absolutely. If he's doing 43s. And what's Wilson's pace in P3? Okay. Well, music closer than ever on Jono through the Piratella. So I think music's doing the smart thing. He's not pushing the issue too much. So let's go back to Blanchy and Riggsy over the start finish line. So they're about a half a lap back. of the two leaders. And that's about right, considering they've both made their first stops. Riggsy just doesn't look comfortable in that Merc. Or the pressure of leading the championship. Yeah, Blanchie's definitely got more pace at the moment. Music dropped back to 1.8 of Jono. Yeah. Yeah. Nice from Riggsy through Revuts at that time. Alright, let's have... So Ryan is sticking with Wilson. Just about a second back, so I thought Wilson might have cleared off a bit. But Ryan's doing a good job. Nice line. Through the top chicane. Sure is. So he's really doing the smart thing. He's got a slight graze on the side of the car. But nothing more than a slight graze. Alright, let's go back to Blanchie and Riggsy. Through the Puritella once more. Closest battle on track. And Ryan's dropped back. So Blanchie is starting to look a little aggravated. He's going to send it. He sent it. Oh, and he's done it. Nice. So Blanchie ahead of Riggsy into the Tamburello chicane. And he needed that. So he can get back to his pace. Hitting those 44 flats. And that'll put him back in contention for the podium. Yeah, 43 flat in the race. That is incredible. So we've got Jono on the screen, and you've got to wonder if Jono might be evenly splitting the stops tonight, and he's going to push for the next 10 minutes and then come in. Yeah, he's definitely clearing off. Yep. Run a bit lighter on the fuel. So he's hit the inside curbing through Aqua Minerale that time, and he's certainly lost a good second. gently tapping the brakes as he comes through the Variante Alta. And he's actually... They're just great names. Of all the track names, I think this one's got the coolest. So that was Vert in the McLaren, so he knows how to tango, and he's just going to let these two leaders cruise on by and get on with it. And Jono sliding it through Tamburello. So he's pushing hard yet again. And he wants a lead. He is pushing very hard. Yeah. And it's one of his favourite tracks. And we've lost someone. Dino's still there. Just trying to work out who it is. Oh, we've lost Blanchy. That's no good. Yeah, it's never nice, and especially when you've got pace. And so with that happening, it's certainly really spread out now. Jono and Music is the closest battle on track for the lead, so those boys are keeping it interesting. Wilson P3, Ryan P4, Metal and Stanny 5th and 6th, and then we've got Riggsy, who has made his first stop. So Riggsy 10.8 back of Stanny, and the fact that he's got that early stop out of the way, and now he's got some track space, he'll be looking to get into a rhythm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, just take a breather and do a reset. But that's the thing, you have a few issues and get caught up dicing with someone and you're going to lose time. But there's certainly plenty of time to make it up if you can start really hitting your marks and putting in consistent laps. You're never out of it. It's just too easy to have a problem for anyone. Yeah, so really though, Blanchy was the only other one that was able to match the pace of these front two. Everyone else has struggled to, match that, despite the mistakes. If you've got pace, you're still going to be able to pull a gap. And it's... Yeah, okay. But it still looks like the front two are pushing hard to be in the 43s. Done a few laps in the Ferrari. Definitely have to go in a very different tuning direction to get it to work. But oh look, I've always loved this track. So you get a car that's half decent, just the pleasure of turning laps and enjoying it. Yeah, Jono's a bit hairy on the exit of the top chicane. See, Jono's still pushing really hard. And obviously, Music just being consistent, he's right there. We haven't seen any of those moments when Music has dropped back from Jono, but certainly his pace is very good. That's the thing, doing 43's race pace, you are pushing the braking zones and you're trying to carry huge speed. But that's the thing, it looks like he's super clean through the top chicane. It's Jono who's making the speed by being super aggressive on the curves. It just doesn't look like he's actually making time through that part of the track. Even though the line's way more aggressive than what Music's doing. It's one of the best parts of this game, isn't it? How the cars all generate their pace differently. It's, watching Burrow turn some laps in practice and just how the Bentley was eating the curves. Yeah. Yeah. Ryan and Metal both pit. Yep. just after the 40-minute mark. So this is actually a pretty crucial time in the race for these first two. If one of them were to pit now and take on tyres, they might have that undercut advantage. Oh, they're both in. Both the leaders are in. Oh, Jono, surely he's botched the entry. It looked like Jono carried way too much pace into the pits. I reckon Jono's in for a stop and go. So we've got 4 cars in the pits. This is exciting, but I think Jono's blown it big time. It might have been a glitch in the game, but certainly... Ah, there it is. Bad luck, Jono. You'll get him back, mate. Hour and 20. So... Nah, you wait. Jono's still coming through the pits. I wonder if he's just going to go straight through, serve the penalty, and there it is. Yeah. Yep, right on the entry. He would have remembered, he would have had a muscle memory for where it was from one of the other games. And Music is exiting the pits. So... let's go and check in with Riggsy and Wilson. So Riggsy, he's at Ravazza, and Music's going to be, he's exiting the pit lane right now. So Riggsy's basically the length of the straight back. So Stanny's then the only one who hasn't made the first stop. And... okay, so of course Jono has made his first stop, but he's still going to make 2 more. That is... yep. Porsche's... yep. Yep. Make it a quick one, but he's going to lose it, what, over a minute. It's got to be at least a minute, if not a bit more, from a stop and go. Yeah, Music 30 seconds back. And of course, Ryan with the same penalty, so that's got to be for the same infringement, and it just absolutely has to be on the pit entry, not knowing where the line is and keeping it on the gas, trying to find the button rather than lifting off. Yep, not out of it at all. Yeah, because he didn't have any damage, so he... obviously if he only just took a bit of fuel... he's closed up, but he's certainly not eating the Tamburello chicane curbs like he was, so... oh, I'm sure. Well, he'll have the pace to get it back to probably, or you'll be aiming for P3 or something. But you just have to push the misery to the side and just get back to enjoying driving the track. Riggsy about 4 seconds back of Stanny, who's yet to pit. So, last lap for Jono, and then he will have to pit this time by to serve the stop and go. Otherwise, it'll be another oops. Yep, that's all she wrote at that point. So that's Dino behind Jono on track. Oh, Jono. Oh, he's around. Yeah. He got a... He almost looked like he was high-siding it through the top chicane. He's run wide on the exit and hit the yellow curbs. Launched the left-hand side of the car up in the air. So let's just stay with him and do an inspection on his pit entry this time by, now that he knows where it is. Oh, and he's well early. Not a surprise there. All right, so let's check in. Ryan's doing his stop and go. Keep going, Jono. Keep going. So metal marches on. Yeah. Someone's hit the board on the pit entry, and that's why you didn't know where the line was, Jono. There is a board, but of course it gets taken out, and then it is impossible to see it. So Wilson across the line. So Jono's still in the pits. So Wilson up to P4. P2. Yep, music. Yeah. So he's just got to clear Stanny because he's not actually racing with Stanny, so he'll be bummed because this will probably interrupt his rhythm. Just needs to stay calm. There's still plenty of time left. When in Italy. Yeah, of course. Solid from Stanny. And Riggsy will be go, go, go. Yep. So Riggsy, having got past Stanny, music's responded because it didn't look like Riggsy was losing 5 seconds in order to clear Stanny. So Music's obviously looking at the screens, paying attention. And he's got the hammer down again. And this is Vert and BV. Side by side on the main straight. As they go into the braking zone for Tamburello. And they've done that well. And that'll be Dino behind them. So Dino's still going. So the little one's obviously asleep. Oh, bit of oversteer from the McLaren on the exit of Villeneuve. It is cool, those camera shots where you can actually see the hands on the wheel. It's just not ideal to see the action. Oh, easily. Alright, so that's Vert and BV. They're putting on a good show. Let's check out what AB's doing. And he's through the Piratella. So, yet again, AB with a immaculately presented GTR, and he's keeping it nice and clean. So, AB, solid as ever. Let's have a look at Dino. Yep, Dino's hitting his marks nicely. Oh, just as I say it, he's gone massively deep into the top chicane. Let's hope he throttled off a bit, or he's just elected to take one of his track warning limits. So, Dino P7, medal across the start-finish line, P6. And he'll just keep marching on, that's what medal does. Those first two chicanes at this track, they just got to be the best chicanes in racing. The entries are so fast for both of them, especially Villeneuve. So, medal through the bottom chicane, and Jono, he's coming up to Ravazza 1. So, Jono's got a bit of a gap over medal. Jono goes over the line. Let's check out where Wilson is. So Wilson enters Tamburello. So that's the difference between P4 and P5, which of course will be P3, P4 once Stanny makes his first stop. Yep. Yeah. So Riggsy really hasn't dropped Stanny too much. He's 4.7 back. But Stanny, the only one yet to make the first stop. So he's done very well considering he must have been fat to begin with. He's got a body shaming. And he's in. So the Ferrari just copes with it. Fat on fuel and doesn't take too much out of the tyres. Stanley looked like he had a very nice green and gold helmet design in that Rinaldi Racing Ferrari. Bit of Aussie influence, maybe a bit of Senna influence. So standing into the pits, he will obviously take on fuel and tyres just shy of halfway.
We are halfway through, keep it up.
And there's the call from Klaus in the pit box. Yep. Yeah. The marshals have gone flag happy yet again. Riggsy all by his lonesome in that black and blue Merc, and he's getting the blue flag, so maybe they're just doing some colour coordination with him. Yeah, with an hour left to run, absolutely. So Wilson must be closing down Riggsy a little bit as well. Not as quick as Jono. 7 seconds Wilson to Jono at the moment. Although it does seem to stay about 18 seconds for Wilson. Back of Riggsy. Up the hill once more. Bit wobbly on the exit. Alright, let's check in with Jono, because that's down to 6 seconds. So Jono's got real pace. Just makes such a difference, doesn't it? If you can hit those fast, consistent laps, you're going to close down guys very quickly. Riggsy pits. Riggsy pits. So he's going to get that last stop done. Music. Because I imagine Jono won't be able to go too much further because he wasn't stationary very long for that first stop. Can't take fuel or tyres at the second one. So he'll have to pit sometime. Oh, he's just always sliding it on the entry into Tamburello. That's good stuff. That's pro style using the tyre slip. Yeah. Yeah, you can really see it from that camera angle on the far side of the chicanes. You can actually see the body language in the car on the entry. And he's out. So, stays P4 or did Metal get ahead? Right. So almost a lap down. Okay. Right. Let's see what that looks like on track. We're checking with music. You're right behind him. So this is bad for Riggs. He's getting the blue flags. And by law... Good Lord. And there he is. Of course he does. It's just a pain in the ass that he has to do that. He just hasn't ever been able to find a rhythm tonight. Oh, he'll still be in the top 4. Metal might be able to challenge him for it, but well, that's the most... We're back on Jono, and that's the most civilised I've seen him take the first chicane. That was almost slow. And he's making up for it into Villeneuve. Nice. So he's obviously putting some time into it. He's colour coordinating the visor with his helmet livery and the car livery. So Jono is fully converted now to the ACC here on PlayStation. And it's good to see. Good Lord. He's got so much experience with all of the games. Certainly the last 5 years that I've been in Ruse, and Jono's raced in everything. So there it is. He's got the nice visual of the Ferrari of Wilson in his gun sights now. So we'll just let these see what happens with these boys. I imagine this might be a good opportunity for Jono to just make the stop. But if he's got fuel on board, it always seems like a bit of a waste if you've got fuel and you have to pit, carrying unnecessary weight. 2 seconds back of Wilson for P2. And of course they are all now on the same strategy. It's only Riggsy who is green to the checker. This could be exactly the little kick that Wilson needs. Find a bit of pace. So of course Jono's still on his original tyres and everyone else Metal's in. Everyone else would have taken tyres by now. I'm not 100% sure that music took tyres at the first stop. It was a decent length of time that he was there, but I'm not 100% certain that he took tyres. That's it. Jono now very close to Wilson. So it's kind of crunch time for these boys. It's either got to happen very quickly, or it might just be worth making the stop now. Oh, Wilson wide on Ravata 2. Oh, and Jono's going to stick with him and try and get past. Wilson's let him go. Pulls back in behind. Catch a bit of the draft. Oh, Jono's. It's just that sort of track, isn't it? It's just so fun to drive on the limit that it just keeps enticing you to go faster. And Wilson's, has he kept it off the wall? I think he has on the exit of Tosa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Dino's actually found some pace in the race. Done a bit of prac, but he obviously has been busy in the last week. So he's going to send it. He's going to send it. Oh, and it's worked. Nice. Yeah, AB was all prepared to go through there side by side, and that's the right way to approach it. So Dino up to P6, and he's going to be a ways back of Riggsy though. Alright, let's go and check in with music. Let's see what he's doing. He said, excuse me, he's certainly been on it and at it, even from the practice session earlier. So he's got really good pace. And that'll be 40 laps in. 50 minutes left on the clock. Oh yeah. There's quite a bit of that intra-league action taking place now. Yeah, it's a different way to go about it if you're used to competing against guys and all of a sudden they're your teammate. Yeah, it's certainly a good chance to have some conversations about what the quick boys' philosophy is to tune these cars. Because there's no point in just inheriting a setup if you don't really know what the process and the mentality behind it is. There's such a crucial part of it. And it's one of the things that this game gets really good comments about, isn't it? From the guys who've done a bit of real world racing, that the setups is very, very strong comparisons of a simulation of the real world. So for those boys who it's a little foreign to, it's a good chance to have those conversations of, okay, this is your setup. How did you do it? Why did you do it? Oh, we'll have a round table with Vic and we'll stream it. See if we can pass on some of that crucial information. Music with an unusual line on the exit of Tamburello that time. It's obviously such a deceptive car. It just never looks quick. It just doesn't look it. It just never looks like the car is being pushed, which is obviously a good thing, you know, that helps to keep a consistent race pace. But, you know, compared to the body language of the Lambo, yeah, but they must have been turning very similar times, and it just doesn't look quick in the Honda. I'm sure music's on it, you know, in the cockpit. Yeah. We're down to 10, so we did lose another one. Yeah, so we lost the other Porsche. BV's still there. So Riggsy heading up to Piratella into the braking zone. Jono's coming across the start finish line now. So what's that? Basically half a lap. And so Wilson's got another few seconds up the road from Jono. So it might actually be very close for P2, 3 and 4 as we see Wilson go through the chicane, through the Villeneuve chicane. But hopefully once that all plays out with the stops, we'll have a bit of a race to the flag. Yeah, so Jono within 3.5 tenths of Wilson again. Just coming over the crest. Oh, and Wilson wide through the mineral water. Sure has. Yeah, Wilson's had a few mistakes on that lap, and it's cost him. We'll see how much he plans to tango. And he bloody well should fight for him. Oh, this is close. Wow. Jono bit off a huge bit of the entry one, and then Wilson bit off a huge amount of the second one. Oh, and Wilson's looped it. He has. So Jono cleared him nicely, but Wilson's got caught out on the inside. Maybe carried a bit too much speed through the entry of the Villeneuve chicane and just couldn't pull it up. And obviously to give Jono racing room, he's just looped it to keep it clean. So lovely bit of car control there from Wilson. And of course that just means that Riggsy is a little bit closer. Jono and Wilson? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Well, Jono's been on the same set of tyres now for a long time. Unless he did take tyres at that first stop, but I don't know. I don't think he did. Wilson's in. So he's had enough. And Riggsy's heading up to Ravazza. So just going to keep an eye on Wilson. Pulls up to his box. So I'd say Wilson is taking tyres as Riggsy goes past. So Wilson definitely taking tyres. And he's on underway. So Wilson back to P4. No, Stanley's going to get him. But that's okay. Stenny's still got to make his second stop. Must have been the entry. Yeah, without doubt. Oh no. So he'll be having a few choice words to himself right about now in Jono pits. So take 3 for Jono in the pits tonight. Sure is. So Riggsy up to Ravazza. 15 seconds stationary for Jono. Yeah, Riggsy's got him easily. So it really comes down to the gap between Music and Riggsy, but there's no way. Music's been so clean, I can't see any way in which Riggsy would be close enough. Huge lead. Yep. Had to, because he definitely didn't take him at the first stop. It was way too short. So he's going to have huge pace for 40 minutes, or he could be in the 42s. .42's on the default setup, Jono. Go get him, mate. Music over the line once more. 36.5 minutes to go. Wilson serving his drive through. So medal up to 7th. And that'll be 5th by the time Stanny and AB make their stops. But it has turned out to be a crushing performance from Music. Helped enormously by the antics behind him, Jono and Riggsy. We really needed Burrow and Blanchy in the crew tonight, and there were a few more that were AWOL that I presume would have had some pace. Mate, the world is part Italian. Who doesn't love them? Wheezy. And he's got 2 laps up. And back to 1, but that'll make you feel pretty good. Jono was battling to keep it on the track on the exit of Tamburello, and coming straight at that camera angle. I think the cameraman might have just used one of his lives. Music pits. So we'll just keep an eye on music. And Steve is stationary. He's certainly got enough time to take tyres. Probably be a mistake not to. And he's underway. And Riggsy's coming up Spiritel up. So that is massive. So just under 32 minutes. Music gets to go and just enjoy driving Imola for half an hour. And he's going to take the win. And he deserves it. So music underway. Riggsy's got some car attitude coming through Tamburello, so he knows he has got a battle on for P2. That's pretty damn quick, isn't it? Considering it's a 30-degree track temperature. Stenny pits. I think he's stalled it leaving the pit box. So his clutch is going to need a refit after this race. So that leaves AB as the only one yet to make a stop, and he's just cleared Stanny. And that's Metal right behind him. So yeah, some of these boys are still definitely racing for position, so it's not all dull. Nice. Yeah. He's just having fun. Oh, huge wobble on the exit of Tosa. That was... He is having fun. Sure is. There's just certain cars and certain drivers and riders. I remember watching some World Superbikes through here, and Troy Bayliss, good lord, unbelievable. It was one of the American boys. I can't remember exactly who it was that he was racing, but unreal. Yeah, Jono only 15 seconds back of Rizzy now. Yeah, but it's back now, isn't it? So we just need Paulie in PC land to do a stream, and he can use that external control of the camera, and we can all go and have a cup of tea at the Tribute to Senna. It's the parklands around here are absolutely beautiful. Looks very promising. I think there's still a bit of cat and mouse in it. Lando suspected that Mercedes and Red Bull were still holding back a bit, so look, I think I'd be very surprised if Max had anything more than 2 or 3 tenths over the Mercedes for pole, and then I'd probably expect McLaren to be the same back. It's looking good though, isn't it? You know, as far as actually being close, and we might actually have some racing for the wins. Yeah. And that's it. If McLaren's that close, they'll actually be in with a shout. If the others struggle at all, run into any problems, and I expected the midfield to be a cracking battle. But yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely possible. I think the only thing that might have challenged Mercedes is the floor changes with the low rake angle philosophy that they're running. If that's a genuine situation that they're struggling to find the balance, then who knows? Maybe Honda has actually put a huge effort in for their last year, and Max will be able to challenge. Oh, absolutely, me too. I would love to see Lando and Danny take the challenge to them, but it might just be a little early for them. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the teams decide to do, how close they are in the first couple of races, and then whether they completely concentrate on next year's rules. Oh, he's having fun, no doubt about it. Yeah. Dino's still going. P4. Metal P5. So those boys continue their good run of strong results in the championship, and they'll be right up there. So let's just check in with music. Through the mineral water once more. Effortlessly. Alright, so let's have a look at Jono. 9.8 seconds back of Riggsy. Yeah, it just comes down to your delta of your fastest lap. .1 seconds back. You can tell it's actually pretty funny when you can see Jono with those micro corrections on the wheel on the exit of the first Ravazza. So they're all in sector 1 and they're getting past Wilson into Villeneuve. So you are right, we've got a race, 20 minutes left. Wilson will just pull in behind these two and enjoy the show. He is in the prime spot. Yeah, it's never... Why does anybody pick it? I reckon you're all drama queens. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Chuck your setups in the bin for sure. And couldn't match it. Oh, Jono's off. So Jono finding some aero wash behind the back of Riggsy, so Riggsy is not giving up. And I've got a feeling, yeah. Riggsy wide on the exit of the mineral water. This is good stuff. Yeah, nice. The crossover between the three servers has been very interesting to watch. Yep, reminds me of someone else's driving style. So this is a good test for Riggsy. 15.5 minutes to go. So he's looking at 6 or 7 laps. And he's got one of the Ruse veterans breathing down his neck. Gotta love these boys. Saving it till the end. Putting on a show. Yeah, it's the difference, isn't it, between very, very small mistakes, which is half a second to a second, to the big mistakes that is 10 seconds, or the really big ones that's a stop and go. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Especially in these races, in this game where there's no safety car. So that cumulative mistakes total really does add up. Jono right on him. Stay left, Riggsy. Stay left. he's gutsy, isn't he, into braking there? But that's the thing, because there's no real straights around here, it's actually very easy Oh, he's been doing that almost every other lap. So he's he's finding grip on the exit of the track there. Yeah, you can tell that the setup's now not there on the exit of Tosa. No, but it's probably the smart thing to do, isn't it? Like, until you've actually connected with the game and you know all the procedures and you know where the bloody pit line entry is, what's the point in chasing your setups? Here we go. Yeah, just slow it down on the apex, Riggsy. Make him earn it. And Wilson's right there as well. Yep, yep. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is he going to send it into Ravazza? Surely not. No. Smart boy. Wilson's desperately trying to stay close just for the fun factor. Oh, he's a bit closer this time. This is going to be interesting into Tamburello. Oh, there's surely no way you'd send it. Oh, Jono carrying so much speed. Is he still there? He is. Oh, good. Well, someone's off ahead of these boys. Let's see what happens. He's going to send it? No. Oh, see, Jono's just so strong on entry into a lot of these corners. But what can you do with it if there's a car right in the middle of the road ahead of you? Yep. Riggsy's a little deep into the top chicane. Yep. Jono's got to run. So he's defending. Jono's gonna have a crackdown here. You wait. He's pulled out of it that time. Oh, it's a shame we've only got that camera angle. Yeah, the Lambo's obviously got heaps of downforce to it because he just can't quite crack it. Is he going to send it? Thinks better of it. That's good racing from Riggsy. Oh, Jono's sliding on the exit. He's still there. He is. Nice car control because he was definitely sideways. And Wilson closes straight back up. Oh, Riggsy a bit deep again into the top chicane. Oh, he's just... Unfortunately, we're not going to get a better action into the first... Oh, that must have been super close. Riggsy coming back onto the racing line ahead of Jono. That's dangereux. A bit. Yep. Oh. He's got him. He's through. He's got to be through. Yeah. Riggsy too deep. He just pushed his luck a little too much going too deep. And Jono up to P2. Well, that was fantastic while it lasted. Send it, Wilson. Send it. Alright, we're on board with medal as the camera players catch up. So certainly with Riggsy, Dino and Medal P3, 4 and 5, it's going to keep it all very close in the championship. And Music will make a little ground. But that's the thing, you've just got to be in every race to have a crack at the title this year. Oh, Blanchy will score. Riggsy back right on the back of Jono. So it's not done yet, folks. So Jono's something has happened. Medal 1 second back of Dino for P4. So these boys. You gotta love it. Alright, let's have a look at Jono through the fucking helmet cam, coming through the Ravazza. Wilson yet again, right there as well. Oh, Jono's running out of fuel. Oh no. Right, so we need to get on the race engineer to Riggsy and be like, send it, mate, he's running out of gas. Jono's doing live chat. So Riggsy's just dropped back. So Riggsy's got issues coming through Villeneuve chicane. Jono's in fuel saving mode. We got no idea how little he's got in the tank, but Riggsy's surely got to work it out, and he's just got to get close enough. So it's not done yet, folks. So, mate. Nice. Oh, there's no team orders, mate. There's no team. 10k. What does that mean? 10k. 10 litres? 10 litres. Well, you should be fine with 10 litres, Jono. Floor it. Floor it, dude. Yeah. So you're right. Medal up to P4. So what's happened to Dino? Dino's dropped back. Dino's now in between Jono and Riggsy. So Dino's done the right thing in getting out of the way. Especially having already... Oh, and Dino's lost out to Wilson. So that was costly for Dino. Oh, he'll be annoyed about that. But good for medal up to P4. Oh, and Riggsy and Jono side by side up to the Piratella. Riggsy's got him. Oh, closes the door. Take that. Yes, it is. Oh, see, the problem is they're going to have to do another full lap because music will have started. Oh, look at this. It's not done yet. Even with low fuel, Riggsy defending for his life. Surely he's going to send it. It's going to be a close inspection of... Oh, and he's through. So Riggsy's still there. I wonder if Riggsy's worked it out that Jono's low on gas. So, of course, the incentive for Wilson is that that's medal just ahead of these two boys, and that's P4. So, all four of these guys are racing for position, just not... Exactly. And Dino lost out to Stanny as well. So, that's... Oh... Oh, it's... They've all... Oh, no. So, Jono's waiting. Yeah, Jono's waiting. Yeah, class act. Class act, Jono. Stay on it, Riggsy. Stay on it. Because these boys are going to have to do a whole nother lap. Good lord, Jono might actually run out of gas. I don't know what the fuel flow around here was going to be, but it was... Oh... And Riggsy might not know what the dealio is. Yeah, so music's coming up to the top chicane on the last lap. Huge, huge congrats to him. What a huge race. But we are going to skip back to Jono and Riggsy. And Riggsy's dropped well back. Wilson's got medal. So Wilson did pretty well out of all of that. And you've got to wonder maybe about the fuel on Riggsy as well.
Neither has finished the race.
So Music wins it. Bravo, dude. Awesome win. The Honda wins it. Yeah, no, that's huge, isn't it? And it looks like after that kerfuffle on the exit of Tosa that Riggsy's well and truly lost the plot. And that's that'll be P3 for him on the night. Jono's still pushing on. He's obviously happy enough with the mileage. Dino is stationary on track. So Dino's definitely run out of fuel. This brings back some memories of that F1 race that no one wanted to win. So there you go. Fuel calculations come into it. Jono's obviously got enough in the tank, otherwise he wouldn't be pushing that hard. So P2 for Jono on the night. And he's lost his pink visor. So he's... Oh no, I thought he must have ripped the pink visor off. So P2 for Jono, well done. Riggsy out of Ravazza. I wonder if Riggsy hasn't had fuel issues or whether he banged up the wall after that problem at Tosa. Riggsy P3, so well done to him. Wilson's out of gas? Something's going on. Oh, they've already finished, right, because they were further behind. So Wilson doing donuts for P4 on the night. Medal will be bummed with himself. But that's P5 on the night. So that's not bad at all. Stanny, P6. Great result for him. AB. So we've got Dino, Vert, and Exo all trying to push each other over the line, but it's not going to work. So this is classic from the boys. AB's got Dino going, and Vert's going to help out. So yeah, that's classic. Nice one, AB. That's good stuff, dude. Yeah, get him up here. We want to buff him. Well, good stuff. Thanks to everyone involved in making it out tonight. Shame on those who were AWOL. We hope you are back for the next one, wherever that will be. This time next month. Oh, I thought you were doing it. I'm not sure I've got music on the list. You must have him. And I don't think I've even got Jono on here either. So if you've got any of the other boys and you want to invite them in, Riggsy. They've got him over the line. Nice. Yeah. Who says there's not teamwork involved?
Go, go, go.
So unfortunately we can't switch the visuals, but we're just going to hang around and see if we can get music in, because it'd be good to have a chat after such a stellar performance. He might be actually having a bathroom break, or he's just nipped to the fridge to get a cold one. Well, that was good. Imola never fails to deliver. Oh, and then we got Riggsy.
Hey boys, how are
And music. Hey guys.
Howdy.
So congrats music. Great job tonight, mate.
Yeah, congrats to music.
Yeah, Jono copped the stop go, which probably helped, but yeah.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It's a bit, I did work on the long run pace. I thought that was going to be the thing. I mean, the Honda's not the fastest car outright, I don't think.
Race pace was very strong though, dude.
But from start, when I was doing in practice, I could pretty much run sort of low to mid 43s, basically from full fuel to empty, and that was. I thought, well, that's going to be more important than being able to pull a 42 out of my butt when there's not much point to it,
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and how long you been at the Honda?
I've been working at it now for about a month.
Nice.
This is actually the first actual. No, it's not the first actual race in Ros. I have run it in one of the other ones, just to start getting a bit of a feel for it. But that's a shorter race. So.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. It's great to see it up there.
It's not a bad car. I think it's like all of them. If you gel with it, it'll go. It's some people don't and some people do, and I can't drive the Merc to save my life. I mean, it's for me.
If you can.
Yeah, but yeah.
And so, music, does that mean that you stretch your tyres to an hour and 20 minutes in before you changed?
No, I changed every stop.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Because they would have lasted, but you got to do 2 stops anyway, and if you put the fuel in and all that sort of stuff, you basically don't save anything, and especially if you can do the lap times to make up for the for the pit stop time.
Yeah. No, it's worth it, isn't it? Absolutely, gives you so much confidence.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you have to do 2 stops. Yeah, you might as well. In a 2-hour race, I don't think there's much point to doing a splash and go anywhere because, So, anyway.
Oh, well done, mate. Good stuff.
The first 40 minutes with Jono was absolutely awesome. I mean, we're never more than about 2 seconds apart. But,
and we've got Jono in here.
I might have to watch that.
Jono, give us your thoughts, mate.
Hey fellas, how are we? well done, music. Awesome job, mate.
Oh, well done. That first stint was awesome racing.
Oh, awesome, mate. I thought I was getting a gap, and then I'd make a mistake, and you'd be on my ass again, yeah.
It's
good fun.
That was just my thing tonight. Just focus on doing the lap time over and over again. I didn't care if I wasn't the fastest, as long as I just did the same, did it over and over. That was my focus.
Yeah, well, I come in. Thanks, man. I started on with a full tank, which in hindsight was a big mistake, because I had GT in my mind where the fuel and tyre change are separate. I forgot that in this game you could fill up and change tyres at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I messed up big time there. I could have gotten away with putting in 30 seconds worth of fuel while the tyres were changing. So I would have done that at the first stop if I wasn't an idiot. So, well, it was good fun either way.
Well, it looked to me like you changed your mind when you saw me going into the pit.
Oh no! If I had my time over, I would have started off with a lot less fuel.
Yeah.
So the car would be easier on its tyres at the start and a bit faster. But, oh well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end, I was pushing like a lunatic trying to catch Riggsy. Great battle, mate. That was awesome.
Mate, that was unbelievable, man. That was one of the best battles I've ever had.
Thanks, mate. I was catching you at like 2.5 seconds a lap. So I was obviously on low fuel, fresh tyres. So I was doing like high 42s consistently, and Riggsy was in like the 44s, 45s, and then I looked at my fuel. Hang on, if this goes past 69 laps, I'm not going to make make the end of the race. So I started saving fuel behind Rigsy, and I thought, well, the tyre pressures are going really down, like low really badly. So I'll try and get past him. They're just hardcore fuel save. And then after I got past him, I got taken out by a lap car within two laps in a row. Yeah,
Twice.
I don't know who it was, but first car, they've made a mistake coming out of Villeneuve, and they've just rocketed straight back in the track, and I spun out trying to avoid.
Yeah, I sort of locked it up, and I tagged you just stopping against you, and then we got going again, so that was all right.
Yeah, and then come across the same car and got turned around at Toaster, but yeah, that's racing. What can you do about it?
Yeah, I pointed for a gap between yous, and I think Metal Steel spun and tagged me with the back of his car on the way through. So I thought I was like, holy crap, man, I've done the Bradbury here, I'm through. And got me.
Well, I thought because you hit me, I thought you hit me, so I thought I'd wait up and then, yeah.
Oh, that was cool, man. That was cool, man. Yeah, it was unreal. My right rear was done. I had massive amounts of tow on the right rear. I don't know how we went side by side there to start with, but the direction change, I just went full 90 degrees broadside.
Oh, up to the next corner, yeah.
Yeah,
That way went so wide.
Yeah, and I just backed out of it then. Third, after that battle, third was respectable, man. And you boys' pace is out of control, man. Like, at the start there, I had 120 litres on board at the start, and you were pushing me, and yeah, third lap, I think I made a mistake.
Yeah, this is my favourite track in the world, so...
It's unreal, isn't it?
I'm not this good at any other track, that's for sure.
That was epic, man. Unreal race, man. Like, music's pace, unbelievable. I was just watching it, I thought, well, there goes first. I'm not going to even try and batch that. So.
Yeah,
it would have been nice to... I think Burradog had been there as well. It probably would have got a bit more... Would have been more of a fight for it.
There's a few dropouts that would have been up there, actually. Blanchy dropped out?
Yeah, Blanchy dropped out, and he had good pace too after his tangle at the start, and then he took an early stop, and his pace was good.
Yeah. I mean, I had a little bit of damage from the start, but it was only 3 seconds, and I thought, well, I'm doing lap time, so I just won't worry about it.
Yeah.
Although I did hear someone said their brakes failed right at the end, and I'm thinking, I'm kind of glad I backed off towards the end, because I was running number one brakes as well. And from about 20 minutes, they were bloody noisy.
Oh, wow.
20 minutes left, they were sort of very noisy, and it didn't feel any different to stop, but geez, they were making some noise, so I sort of backed out of it a bit.
Yeah, there's a bit of brake fade towards the end, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, all the pro guys are busy probably taking notes.
Can we jump into Pro One next week? That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was unreal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's sort of tricky. Second and a half. It's definitely a guess. That first stint's just a guess. My tyre pressures were kind of out because the temperature starts so low, but it comes up to 30 degrees within 20 minutes. And yeah, they were a little bit out on that first stint, but the second stint, she was beautiful.
Yeah, I was kind of lucky that my last practice session actually ended up going into the dark. So even though I knew we weren't going to go in the dark, I thought, well, this would be good to see what temperatures and that pressures go like. So that's another reason why I stopped tyres twice, because I kept changing the pressures every time I stopped, which kept the tyres nice, and I could just again maintain that pace all the way through.
Yeah, hindsight, man. I was on that strategy all week, and I changed last night. So, yeah, it's always a gamble in these races.
Yeah. That's got to be one of the first races I've done for a long time where I haven't ended up with a drive-through or damage that I had taken a minute to repair or something stupid. So take them when you can. All
right, lads. I'm going to leave you with it anyway. Thanks for the race, boys. Congratulations, Music and Jono. I'm going to grab a feed, mate, and go to the toilet.
Yeah, me too. I'm starving.
yeah, that was
I
epic.
ran out of PS4 storage after the first capture, unfortunately.
Yeah, I always forget to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm looking forward to it, mate. I'll get a
Alright,
feed and I'll
fellas.
sit down and watch it.
yeah, there's JJ's feed as well as from this channel. So enjoy it, guys.
Okay.
Good stuff
Yeah,
tonight.
Let's go.
Alright.
Catch
Awesome.
you later, fellas. Well done, music.
All right. Well done, guys. Cheers.
See you, boys. Thanks, JJ. Good stuff. Yep. We'll see you next month. All right. Thanks, everyone. Good night.